podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching?
I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him actually, he was crying in there.
You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him?
Yes.
When did that happen?
And perhaps the fourth round on.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that
Absolutely,
time.
but I knew he was toughing and taking those punches.
TBV Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
Good morning, TBV. Yo, I'm fucking addicted to y'all, man. I'm about to go take this family trip for Christmas this morning, and I'm like, man, let me holler at my folks, man, because TBV's having such a good year. Even though we didn't hit that 100K, we're fucking hunting it down. We're hunting it down, and we'll get that plaque soon enough, the beginning of the year, unfortunately. But it was still a great year. And, I wanted to come on this special day and just give thanks, to each and every one of you guys. And to, again, a great year, not only for TBV, but for boxing, which includes TBV. But, yeah, man, if you guys want to call in, obviously you're going to have to call in on Skype. It is Christmas and all. And I just, again, wanted to say thank you to everyone, all the Patreons that have signed up and that have been rocking out with us throughout the years, believing in the movement and watching us grow one step at a time. I thank you. In the chat, what's up, Sam? Damp, Brandon, what up? I wonder if that's Brandon in Cincinnati. What do we got? Philip Davios and God of War. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone. Coffee in the morning, a little TBV. Like I said, I got to hit the road. We're going to do a little family thing, open up gifts with everybody and stuff like that. But, yeah, man, I'm addicted. I wanted to say hello and say thank you. We had a great year. A lot of good shows, a lot of good guests, and I plan on turning it up even more, We're still going to get Tony Harrison. Obviously, yesterday was New Year's Eve, and not everyone is addicted as I am. So that was a bit of an issue, but it looks like we'll have them on maybe Wednesday or Thursday. But stay posted either on Patreon or the communities page right here on youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice. And we'll definitely, keep you updated on everything and what direction we're going. But yeah, once again, man, just wishing all our listeners a Merry Christmas, wishing all our new subscribers a Merry Christmas, and wishing all our new patrons a Merry Christmas for sure. The hard work is going to continue, and it's only going to get even better. That's just the bottom line. We're going to work harder. I mean, I'm telling you, if I would have told Mike, he would have been here. But, it's Christmas, right? So I said I could do this on my own because I'm also thankful for Mike. Mike has been a good addition, man. He turned it up, with his little interview segment and made TBV bring back what we started from. The essence of TBV was always interviews, man. And looks like Wednesday's Patreon show might be interview based, but it'll be focused on the prospects. It's looking like we might have a Prospect Wednesday show on Patreon, and I think that's also good, man. We used to put people onto a lot of prospects, and that we got away from that. But a product of peek into the future, which was what the segment was called back in the past, was Mario Barrios. He was a product of that, following a prospect very early. Even Erickson Lubin, TBV was going to see Erickson Lubin way before the hype started. So, yeah, man, definitely grateful. That's why I'm here. So T Bonify saying, very solid year, TBV. You guys have worked very hard, and I appreciate that, brother, but the work isn't even begun. I mean, we haven't even gotten to that 100K. You know, we're a podcast first and foremost, but it isn't fun if there isn't any competition. So we got to put ourselves in that YouTubers category to strive for something, to strive to be as great as, you know, Fight Hub TV and Ellie Setback and Fight Hype, you know, with their hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So we got to put ourselves in those categories to strive, to work hard, you know. But Avery Avery plays bass. What's up, brother? Maybe you could play the bass at our next appreciation night, man. I know there's some other talented TBV listeners out there. We might get a saxophonist and then you on a bass. And I actually know a few singers. Nah, man, definitely not fuck Ellie, homeboy. Ellie's the pioneer. 2016 or 17, I think we gave Ellie an award for Pioneer. Because he was the start of YouTubing, right? Like he was the start of boxing videographers or boxing journalists on YouTube, and he opened that door, bro. So you know, I get it from your standpoint. You may not appreciate him, but for me, he made the lane that I'm in. You know, so I'm cool. Elias Navarro, what up, baby? Happy holidays. Marlon, what up? Merry Christmas, TBV and cast members. What's up? What's up? What's up? I mean, I sent the link, but I ain't tell nobody I was on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, because it's Christmas and shit. I don't want to ask nobody to come work on today. And this is just going to be real quick. You know what I mean? I'm festive over here. I got my little Christmas shirt on. WBC hat, giving thanks. You know, WBC always supporting TBV. So we chilling, man. Worked, we had a good year, and we're gonna capitalize on that for sure. We're gonna continue to strive for more and greatness. You know, now you guys really have got, man, weekly. The amount of episodes are ridiculous. Just off the morning show, you got 5 episodes of the morning show, and then you got Thursday and Sunday's flagship. So that's 7. Plus, every Saturday we normally do a fight chat. You know, we did Dillian White's this week, and all the Charlos plus Dominic Brazil. And you know, we'll see what each week brings us in terms of fights and what fights can be covered in a live fight chat. But, you know, on average, we're looking at 7+ episodes a week. And that's not counting Patreon. Patreon's another 5 to bring you to a total of 12. And that's not counting any spontaneous shows we might do with breaking news. But pretty soon we'll be having that December 31st New Year's Eve match in Tokyo, Japan. Right? Isn't it Japan with Mayweather? Is he still even doing that? I don't know. I don't see him on the schedule, on ESPN schedule. I wonder if Dan is hating on Mayweather and doesn't even have it up on the schedule, or is that fight off? I don't see it here. Odd. Man, so what's the biggest? Oh, okay, Devin Haney, which we had his prospect. We had his undefeated opponent on the show, Siolani Ndongani. We had him on all the way from South Africa. He's going to be taking on the undefeated Devin Haney. It's the battle of the undefeateds. That'll be January 11th. I'm looking forward to that. And then the 13th, we got Ustatagi and Caleb Plant. And it just gets better and better. In Verona, New York, we got Brian Jennings versus the undefeated Oscar Rivas, plus the return of Shakur Stevenson, my hometown, should I say hero? Nah, one of my hometown prospects coming up, looking like a contender already. We got Demetrius Andrade and his, I don't know what to call this fight with Wolverine. I can't believe that it's a quick turnaround for Andrade, and that's great. But this is like a waste of money right here. I don't know how they're going to make their money back. You got Jorge Linares on the undercard with Pablo Cesar Cano. And I'm interested in this fight because I guarantee you this is going to be a tougher fight than people think for Linares. I'm telling you, man, I never was big on that guy. Speaking of Prospect Wednesdays, we should have Danny Gonzalez undefeated Danny Gonzalez, who's going to be taking on Chris Algieri in the junior welterweight division on Prospect Wednesdays. And Rashad Mati also will be back. I'm interested. Like, I fuck with some of those DAZN prospects heavy, so these cards work for me. But for Andre, I just wanted to see a little bit more. But then all the way in January, we already got Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner, Badu Jack, Marcus Brown. So things are getting good, man. We'll have about a week or so, a little dip in boxing, and but then we'll be back on hot, back onto the heat. But let me see what we got in the chat. We got a super chat. It says, Merry Christmas, bro. The UK, enjoy your content. Well, thank you, Nathan. We appreciate that for sure, bro. We fuck around over here and we make it a UK US thing, but we all know that, UK fans, the passion is amazing. And I've said it before. I've definitely said it before. I wish that you guys were just over here and it was just one fan, but it is what it is. Thank you for listening. And yeah, man, this year's gonna bring us a lot. We got Benjamin. Merry Christmas from Bulgaria. That's what I'm talking about, Benjamin. I love when you guys let yourselves be known and excite me, keep me, with this huge smile on my face because the show is international, man. So Benjamin, shout out to you all the way in Bulgaria. Nathan says, keep grinding. That's dude, the grind don't stop. Wonder if they will be in Vegas for Broner Pack. Will who be in Vegas for Broner Pack? Rahman? I always pronounce this weird. Is it Rahman or is it Ram? Yeah, it's got to be Rahman, right? It's got to be Rahman. But anyway, yeah, just give me another message there and I will follow up. I guess you're all asking, are we going to be in Vegas? Well, Daniel Alvarez will definitely be covering the fight. And I'm trying to get Cantu to come from Texas to Vegas for that one as well. Giving quality. Merry Christmas to you, I guess. Yeah, man, I'm trying to get Aaron to cover that one as well in Vegas, but I won't be there. It's a good fight, but I'd rather do the live fight chat. Like, I'd rather be here for you guys and do that show, and let you kind of give your thoughts on what took place and things like that. Your immediate reaction. Like, I don't know. Those shows are golden to me. I love the immediate reactions. That's why I stopped going to fights. But I don't know if you guys can deal with not having a Wednesday show. I'll start going back. I mean, excuse me, not deal with not having a Saturday night show. I could start going back to these fights and getting some good interview coverage for sure. But again, just was saying Merry Christmas. We got a few more people joining in the chat. We got Prince says Merry Christmas to all TBV family. I'll fuck with y'all 100. Money Matt, what's the top fight you want to see in the new year happen besides Wilder Fury 2? Spence Crawford, Thurman Pacquiao, Thurman Earl, Thurman Crawford, Thurman. I'll take Danny Crawford, Danny Pacquiao. I'll take Dominic Brazil, Dillian White, Luis Ortiz, Chisora, Dillian White, Dominic Brazil, like any of those combinations, big baby Dominic Brazil, big baby Dillian White, like all of that. Like, man, there's so much that I want, bro. I'm greedy, man. I'm greedy. Let me see. Punch Quo says, I got my tickets already for Plant Ustatigi at the Microsoft Theater. Shout out to you. Ustatigi is probably who I'm picking in that one, man. Thomas with the Merry Christmas. Thank you. Right back at you. Ricky, Merry Christmas back at you. From Cambridge, UK, Merry Christmas. Smash that like button, guys, says T Bonify. Merry Christmas. Ness, that's Smoked ES2. All right. I'm smoking too. I got to relight my shit. It's been off. Oh, yeah, it is pronounced rock, man. That's what I figured, man. I always fuck that up, though. I swear. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers, from Sick Fosagond. And Xmas isn't real. So now I say, Merry get gifts. You right about that, bro, because that's all it is everybody getting a fucking gifts and being happy. But I get nothing. Everybody else gets something. Marvel says, great stream, bro. You and Mike put so much work over the last months. Will you be covering more big fights in the US and in the UK? You will be bigger than IFL and ES News in a couple of years. Well, dude, we're going to cover everything, man. We're going to cover every single fight. And like I said, man, when I came on here, I was thankful for this year and for Mike. And you know, the same thing you see, I see, bro. He lit that fire and we on a roll. You know, we didn't get that at 100K, but look, we still got, 6 days. Who knows what can happen in the next 6 days? You know, maybe we get an Anthony Joshua interview that turns things up, since Wilder and Fury and all those other guys have been on. I'm actually working on a bunch of things, man. I got working on getting Canelo. We definitely will have Jaime Munguia, Joshua Franco, Mario Barrios, Jose Ustategui, Devin Haney, who else? Danny Gonzalez, Tony Harrison, Brian Jennings. All these people we're in communications and just pinpointing perfect days and times for them. A lot of them are in camp and things like that. But we're working on the back end for sure, man. It's going to happen. And we'll have returns. I spoke to Big Baby yesterday, and he said we could do something later this week. Obviously, it's Christmas today, so probably coming off of Christmas, maybe off the New Year. These two holidays, Americans, really push for these whack-ass holidays. I'm about that dollar, man. Let's get this money. Let's work. Let's grow. That's what I want to do. But we got to wait for them to get off their, Christmas spirit stuff and get back to work. Ricky, what's up? What's Gucci? Ivan, Merry Christmas. Money Matt, your thoughts now, a few days after the Harrison versus Charlo fight, still feel the same? Well, I didn't go back and watch it a second time, so I feel the same. And remember, Harrison was one of those dudes that I'm telling you, like, peek into the future, that whole Prospect Wednesdays thing. Like, I've been put people on Harrison a long time ago, and then people gave me shit because he was getting flattened. The first upset was by Willie Nelson, and then Hurd and a few others knocked him out, right? And it didn't look like he could do it, and then boom. Right, he comes rising from the ashes. You know what I'm saying? So I feel the same. Until we do a film study Tuesday on that fight, I don't think I'm gonna rewatch it. Like I said it before on the show, I stopped rewatching fights because when you go back and rewatch a fight, you're going there looking for something, and when you have a preconceived notion in your mind already. But it is that time, man. I got to hit the road, Jack. Got to go meet up with the family. We're doing this whole PJ thing where everybody's dressed in PJs, and we're just gonna be talking, I guess. The kids will open up one gift, and the adults will drink coffee and talk anything and everything other than boxing. That's why I stopped here with you guys first, because it's about to get crazy. But once again, just thanking everybody. It's been a great ride. You never know what the Lord has in store for you. Never did I think that this would be my full time, and it is. Thank you to all of you, and obviously the backbone of TBV, our patrons at ThaBoxingvoice.com. You can check out the support patrons button there, or just go directly to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Because of those patrons, we get to do all those camp lives on Keith Thurman, which I'm working on the back end. We got to get back in Keith's camp. I think he's being very private because of the injury and all the fans turning on him. I've been working the trainer. Worst and last case scenario will be to just fucking pop up on him. You know what I mean? I know he's a gym rat, but it costs money to pop up. So that's why, again, we're shouting out those Patreons at patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice for being the backbone. And remember, there's different tiers there. You get even perks, on certain levels. So, but you can also just join and get us a cup of coffee and receive over 5 separate podcasts. We got Monday is Untitled, where we talk about everything. We just had an episode yesterday. Tuesday's Film Study Tuesday, which we would have done Wilder Fury today, and somehow Mario was supposed to prove how we got a 10-2 scorecard with Fury winning 10-2. Wednesday, like we said, it's going to be Prospect Wednesdays. More than likely, we're going to have a vote on Patreon. Thursday, it's Common Creeping Thursdays and Fridays. is our betting show, Beating the Odds with TBV. So yeah, man, a lot of content on Patreon. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. $3 a month, as low as $3 a month signs you up. That's a cup of coffee, and you get to look at everything. You get to go back, for years and see years worth of content. You can even find me in the ring sparring a few pros. Maybe you got to go deep in there though. You got to look. But anyway, I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. And remember, have a happy, Merry Christmas. And thank you to all that have been rocking out with us. If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, do so right here at youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Help us get to that 100,000. And check us out tomorrow, 9 a.m., where we're right back to work. Peace.